Good morning, good morning, good morning. Starting off my day, putting in my earrings, gonna do my makeup. Unsure how today's gonna unfold, if I'm gonna end up with a car, or if someone's gonna help show me around again. I wouldn't mind just hiring someone to drive me around, honestly, at this point. Because there's freedom in movement. And when you have to depend on someone else and you don't want to impose, but also don't want to feel like you're being stranded or, left to figure it out on your own. I should have done a little bit more research on maybe rental cars or something. But anyway, everything always works out in the end. Remember that it's how you adapt and how flexible you are to your situation. That is life. Are you going to freak out? Or are you going to just move and dance with the elements of life? Well, it looks like I'm going to go pick up my shoes because those are ready and go into Capoeira, I think he pronounced it. I need a car. Going around the rotary. Nice, clear, sunny day. Absolutely gorgeous as always. Apparently it's common to hang out on the sides of the rotaries. So this town that we're going to first is what?
So that's where you were last night. So we're just going to drive past it on the other side of the river, and then we're going to go to a little eco farm bar, and where I play music on a Thursday. But I didn't have it this Thursday because it was raining, obviously.
Yeah, there was a live band last night, which was lovely. With Matt. Did you meet Matt?
Yeah.
He's fabulous. Oh my gosh, such a talented man. He said he played for the London Philharmonic.
So he's the one, I think I mentioned, is like the Brazilian churro expert.
Yeah.
So he plays flute as well, amazing. So what was he playing?
Clarinet, 2 different saxophones, the keyboard, the electric keyboard.
Okay, well, apparently flute's his best instrument.
I didn't know, he didn't play the flute last night.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, I've barely seen him play the flute. It is my favourite of what he plays. But the churro music's lovely. I'll send you a link for some.
Very nice.
It's kind of got you know where it's going, like classical music, but it's got the bounce and cheerfulness of like Latin American music. So you haven't got kind of the great beat of the salsa.
When you see it from afar, it's always bigger than when you're driving around it. But it's so pretty, the way that they've been renovating and doing all the reconstruction of the old buildings. As you can see. That's 𝐒𝐚𝐬𝐲. I want to call it 𝐒𝐿𝐲 for some reason. I thought I heard that pronounced last night.
Yeah, they kind of, it's like it should be like 𝐒𝐿𝐲. They've got a bit of a slur in there that I struggle to do.
It's almost like the I was silent. 𝐒𝐿𝐲. But this is what we got. Always makes you wonder where the money really goes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what country. I thought it was illegal over here. Initially, that documentary, The World According to Monsanto, they actually had banned it in Europe a long time ago. I'm surprised it's made its way over here. But I can assure you, when you go on the military bases, you can find it in their stores. And so I'd seen that documentary prior to, I think I saw it in 2009. That's when my Reiki master teacher, she gave it to me to watch. When I watched it, I was like, wow. All about collecting the seeds and keeping them away from the people, and how France had banned the Roundup and the glyphosate and most of Europe too. And then when I came over here to work in 2003 to work on the base again for NATO and all that, and I went to the exchange to go buy some things, I was just astounded that they were able to get away with importing it and selling it on the base when it was supposed to be illegal to be utilized in the country. Like, that's a perfect example of just doing whatever the hell people want and not having any regard or respect for anybody else.
You know, I might be wrong. It might just be that England is still England. But yeah, unless it's changed in the last few years. I remember my granddad.
Oh, in England?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe England, because you got to think it's no different than the U.S. It's like, and supposedly the U.S. never separated from England. It's a lot of the different documentaries that I've watched and such.
Make it look like you got independence, but basically still own your bank.
Yep. London's the central banking, Vatican's
different way of putting people into slavery.
Yep. What is the real true freedom? It's when you don't have to consider what rules, laws that you may break before you proceed to do anything, or if someone's going to come after you. True freedom is not having to go consult with somebody or something. It's the craziness of this life. You supposedly own the land, but you still have to pay tax on it. You supposedly own the land, but you have to abide by certain codes and restrictions, and you can't build a house that's a certain way because blah 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 blah. But in the name of safety and security, which is code for control, that's how they do that. But some people think, but they're
Brazil,
taking care of us.
You're in land in Brazil, can't you? You have like sovereign.
Do you?
Sovereign rights in Brazil. Brazil is the only place. There are patches of land in England that have it. Some people buy them.
It's all a matter of how it's registered. And because when you look at the documentation, it actually all goes back to, just like the car registration and everything else, all goes back to the state.
Yeah.
So your birth certificate, you're a ward of the state. So all of that craziness. Agriturismo, here we are.
Birth yourself.
Whoop, whoop. We're going for a bumpy ride. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
Portuguese government not to change their entire agricultural system. They were going to switch to wet fruits, apparently, and get rid of all their olives and things like that.
Wow.
And it was like, no, you don't have the water for that. It'll completely destroy your farming economy.
Wow. So is the person that you said German?
Yeah.
So he convinced the.
So he advised. I think he mapped all the water tables. He mapped all the water tables in the Algarves.
Oh wow.
And the what do you call them, runoff areas.
The flowers.
𝐒𝐚𝐬𝐬𝐲.
Oh, we're parked underneath the tree. Great protection. There's that pretty blue. Oh, I love it. I'm going over the pretty yellow flowers. And the bees are happy. Look at your pretty bees. The bees are here. Hello, bee. Oh, that's a wasp. We don't need any of those stinging me. Oh, this is full of bees, for sure. I wanted to see. Oh, it has the most pleasant floral smell to it. Oh. Can you hear the hum of the bees? Happy bees. It's so cool. You just stand next to it, and the bees are just humming up they're all in there. There's wasps. There's all sorts of different types, and that's a pretty smelling. That yellow has a really pleasant fragrance.
There's trees here that you don't find many other places. It's almost a bit like an arboretum. You've got a cyber tree around the corner.
Really? How fabulous. I love hearing that. And the moon. You see the moon up in there? Right up over here. So apparently they have a beautiful cafe that everybody loves the food. Look at that fig tree. And they've had a vegan chef, my understanding. So they have quite the cool mix. I'm excited. I love trying these types of places. Like, I wouldn't have found this on my own.
Hi, how you doing?
How lovely. Oh, the figgy tree. Every time I see a fig, I'm a happy person. Fig trees. No animals sent allowed. Oh, look how lovely this is. He's in there socializing, but just wanted to take you on a tour of this beautiful space. Wow. Wow, this is lovely. Tiramisu, lemon and mint panna cotta, salted caramel chocolate mousse, after 8 mousse, 70% chocolate cake with dulce de leche. I love this. I absolutely love this. Look at this. Put shelving in between the tree limbs, right? So awesome. Herbs growing in the garden. Basils. That looks like a lemon balm or mint. Fizzy's fine.
Fizzy water.
It's so funny because normally I'll do still, but I'm in the mood for fizzy. Look at this spider plant. Dad, you'd love this. And all the succulents. Let's go inside and check it out. Hope you're loving this as much as I am. Hello. Hope you don't mind I'm doing a cute little video to highlight this beautiful place. This kitchen is for dancing. You know that's mine. That is so neat. Those of you who've been following me for a while, you know this kitchen is my dad's. Dancing in my kitchen, and that was from my mom. Beautiful time. Just a sweet space. Like I said, like people here maintain and take care so much beauty and reverence in such a way that everything is nice and clean and lovely. Tapas, fried shrimp. Ooh, menu of the day. We go outside and see what they've got. That's the table. It's so pretty. Condiments. Cool music in the background. And a fig tree over my head. Look at that happy fig. We got the mints and bombs. Basilico, bamboo, lucky bamboo. And this is a Italian oregano. I don't know if you've ever seen something like this, but it's very pungent. These look like some form of a berry. That's my guess. Oh, really, really pleasant atmosphere and energy here. So we've ordered our food. We're just pleasantly, patiently waiting. Bon appetit. It looks delicious. Can you hear that rooster and the chicken in the background? Sounds like it's laughing. And dessert has arrived. This is the after 8 mousse, chocolate mousse. And then the chocolate cake, which is supposed to also be gluten-free. Yummy! Bon appetit! After 8, chocolate mousse. So divine, so delicious. Beautifully terraced, and there's the castle. Carvoeiro?
This is 𝐕𝐞𝐭𝐞𝐫.
𝐕𝐞𝐭𝐞𝐫, okay. Going down the little side streets goes down to the water, I take it.
No, this is a little bit. So the closest water is Carvoeiro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just a little bit inland. It's on the 125 North French.
Like an open air market kind of deal?
Yeah, on that side. On that side they have like a open air market. On that side they have a mini stadium kind of thing. Train goes. Really want concerts.
more like on the seaside and the water side, and then it's...
So this is kind of, that's the beach of 𝐕𝐴𝒑, which used to be a fishing village, and this is all the extended part of 𝐕𝐴𝒑. There is a little beach, I think it's got steps down to it, but I've never been to the small one.
Fresh air.
Yeah,
it's nice.
We're not far from the city. You do get lovely fresh air. There's a good roof terrace on as well.
So Dom has just gone to check and see if anybody's here, so that hopefully I can get a walk around tour to get a view of the villa. Otherwise it looks like I may be hanging out in Carvoeiro. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And just getting to know the area, I guess. Is it open? Oh, there's a little gate. Look at this. It's so funny. I have to really scooch down for this. Okay. Here we are. Beautiful villa. Oh, I love, love, love the bougainvillea. This is so lovely. Huh. Oh, yes. Be very mindful of that, yeah.
2 lovely bedrooms.
Bathroom. Very nice setup. Yeah, I like that.
That one's got the bathroom's got an ensuite further down. And then
oh, this is sweet.
It's got a really good fire. Just here.
Very pleasant. Oh, I love the kitchen.
Kitchen.
I could have some fun in here.
Fantastic coffee making
Oh my
machine.
gosh.
Really good outside grill. Lovely outside eating area.
This is my dream. A huge kitchen to do food prep. People are out in the pool, but it's...
That's another double bedroom with an ensuite.
Okay.
That's a loo.
That's a loo, bathroom, closets, another bathroom, bedrooms. Oh, oh, very nice. Oh, this is really nice. I like that. And what's that off to the side over here?
That's just outside.
Like a storage, kind of? Okay. Oh, this is sweet. I like it. Nice little area to dry clothes. Very nice, very pleasant. I like the tile out there with the bougainvillea.
See a lovely swimming pool.
Right.
You can see it okay out the window. Oh,
You can put your wine bottles. Ooh, I like this. The terrace out here. We've got a nice area out. This is really nice. Totally a nice space for... Very nice. Very nice because I could do yoga out there with you. And well, a lot of really good space for doing yoga. Yeah. I again, this is just so inviting, so lovely with all this beautiful foliage, colors, bougainvillea. Very, very nice. And he said he's got to get something out of the garage. Which, out around this way? I'm also checking back here because.
So these are the 2 bedrooms.
Oh, there's outside bedrooms too?
No, so we walked down there and we looked into.
I thought you were. So this is the garage, the storage. Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to walk around here because I'm curious. And because it looks like there might be more space back here for parking. And because it's all tiled up, it's actually perfect. This is also a good spot for mornings. Yeah. Oh, this is wonderful. This is lovely. And then we just find out how far we are from the beach, or the walk down to the beach, because my understanding says we're up higher. So I heard him say steps down, which is awesome. This is really absolutely beautiful. This is like one of my dreams, is something like this. It's not too big. It's got the space. It's accommodating. And it's just so perfectly landscaped, although I want more fruit trees. That's my thing. And I know Dad does too. Yeah. And this is where we came in. Gotta duck down. Yep. Okay, that was really nice. Quick and dirty. The quick and dirty. Casa Arbustre. Press this buzzer that rings our bell. It's the key to happiness and love as well. For the special place we call our home is to share with you, not just on our own. Please then remember that when you leave, there's enough in here for you to retrieve the love and affection we've built every day. So take all you can with you on your way. I love that. That's fantastic.
Earth Cafe up the hill. I'm sure you'll find on TripAdvisor. I might just, rather than dropping you off by the beach, you can't miss the beach.
So it's just me and my shadow for the rest of the day here. Well, should be interesting. I will find something appealing. Not that I'm looking for places in this area, because anything within what I would like is probably in the €1 million+ range. And I'm not looking for the fancy villa that has no property just because. I want something with more substance and more life to it, more traditional value, production in forms of agriculture. So I want that mix of a place where you can come, you can live off the land easily enough, but also affords the comforts and pleasantries of living. Because as Dad and I had a conversation, we don't want a fixer-upper. And there are plenty of those. And you really just need to know a local, somebody who can help you genuinely, as opposed to somebody who is just looking to make money off the tourists and the expats, because unfortunately that has been my experience having lived in Italy, that a lot of times what happens is the expats move in and spend way more money, three to 5 times more than the locals would spend, and it increases the property value, which isn't necessarily the greatest. It's good and it's bad. It's a matter of learning that you make it more expensive for someone who's from there. You increase the property value. I mean, you do help with the economy, but you don't necessarily help with the cost of living for those who've lived here all their lives. So, yeah, it's a pretty blues. Some half
half dilapidated, somewhat needing some TLC. You can too. Yeah. Just never know where you'll end up. I mean, this is what I'm looking at, but is this where I'm going to end up? I don't know. The universe may have something else in store for me. I still have more to the travels, adventures ahead. Oh, looky. Might be a bar or club. Or it could be old scenery, you know? It's good for me. I wish I'd brought my bathing suit. If I were thinking ahead, I would have done that. Looks like it's a hotel in front of me. This is a curious tree. Look at these pods underneath. It's kind of interesting to check it. Ever seen anything like that? I don't know what it is, so I can't tell you at this moment. But I can tell you it's interesting. And this is the restaurant where Dominic works in the evenings. And so I am going to make my way around and go back down to the city because this is also where we were before. So I found this. These are the pods off that tree. And honestly, it looks like kernels of corn inside of a pod. How wild is that? See it? There we are. There's our feathers. Showing up everywhere I walk. Soft landings on the path upon the wings of angels. That's my interpretation. Oh, roses. These are beautiful. No smell though. All the cork hats, floral designs and patterns. Really beautiful. 35 and 12. Not bad prices around here. Not far from here, there's a cork factory too. Beautiful. Backpacks. You name it. If it can be made with cork, it's here. And then there's the cows. I don't know if anybody saw this years ago, but I remember when I was in England, there were all these different cows. And also, then I started seeing them in Italy. It's kind of comical to me. We're just walking around, seeing the sights and what catches my attention. I'm gonna find a coffee bar though. There's another cow. Positive ale hub. Bathing suits if you need them. Oh, these are cute. This one caught my attention. Ooh. Cute hats. Yeah, we are by the sea. We are by the beach. So you're gonna have like any beach town, all the little beachy things. Look, it's a fish spa, 𝐒𝐴𝑧𝒏. Oh my gosh, this is one of those places where the fish just eat the skin off of your feet. I actually did see a place back there that did massages. Might go back. That truck is filled with seaweed, by the way. Ain't you froggy, fully rely on God. This little walk through over to the other street. Clothes. Pardon? Oh, a cork shop. Pop your cork. These are pretty. Saw some of these the other day when I was in 𝐁𝐨𝐝. Portuguese is definitely an interesting language in terms of actually pronouncing. Looking at it, it's not as obvious. Isn't that cool? The appearance of the cork bark to me reminds me of the sea. Reminds me of of what you call crustacean markings. Oh, that's pretty designs. Very beautiful. Wow, there's a lot to choose from here. Hello. Wow. I need a coin purse is what I really need. Yeah, one of these. What shall I choose? So I bought myself a nice little coin purse made of cork. And it's really cool because you open it. Look at this. And it has a little slip in, and so if you need coins, they come out that way and they don't fall out. I saw one of these, I think if you watched my video before when I was in Venice, and I was looking at the leather ones. This cost me €15 and I like the cork a little better. So I have something original from Portugal in the Algarves. And I'm over by the water area here where the other day I was showing how much of the seaweed had swept up from the hurricane that came through. And that noise in the background is them doing a cleanup, and they're basically transporting all of the seaweed away in those trucks that I just showed you earlier. So I went into some of these stores and it's just like anywhere else. You have Chinese people selling tourist souvenirs and such that are local to the area, and Indian selling things made in India. And today is a perfect beach day, but I did not bring my bathing suit. I was not prepared for it. All the seaweed. Unfortunately, that's what happens with lack of communication. I wasn't really aware of where Dominic was going to take me. I should have asked in advance. I should have just thrown a bathing suit in my bag, but I didn't. And I did request a car, I did request transportation, but you know, you're doing the best you can with what you got. So look at that big pile of seaweed over there. It was all along the beach. I'll show you. So isn't that wild? That's all seaweed. And you know, there's all sorts of medicinal and beneficial ways of utilizing seaweed. And over here, the seaside. A lot of people out. I do not have my flip-flops, but it is so beautiful. Like these areas are marked off. But how gorgeous. The beach. Oh. Yep, there's the beach town. So I'm going to find myself a coffee bar. It's actually quite nice and hot. I wish I had something a little better. Fortunately, I'm wearing my dress, so I'm in linen and comfortable. But yeah, this is what happens when you're on holiday and just going with the flow. But you're going to appreciate other people appreciating too. It's a lot of seaweed. Where shall I end up? Look at the tiles on over here. Looks like a big octopus, huh? La Piazza has lovely ice cream. We've got the pure chocolate, the pistachio, and the coffee. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to sit down in a nice spot. It's right behind me. And Angie helped me with the flavors, and really young, sweet girl. I like it. Ice cream at La Piazza down in 𝐒𝐿𝐻 Beach Resort. Chocolate, pistachio. Deep under there is a coffee. Yummy. That's really good. simple, happy life. Because life is meant to be lived and experienced. And don't overthink it. But also don't overindulge. Find that. I'm in a bathroom. You know, that's where I do my best work. I had to show you all this gorgeous blue and white tile that Portugal is so famous for. And the texture, like the texture, the detail, like you can see it's got texture. Makes you want to reach out and touch it. It's so beautiful. I am going to make an attempt to go get a massage right now because there is a place that I passed by when I was walking that does Thai massage, and I'm super excited if I can get in there. That would be fabulous. Anyway, look, speaking of tiles, curiosity. Defonso Enriquez de Sancho. I guess these are all kings. Interesting. Interesting. So off I go on my merry journey. African art. Very common to see. Even when I lived in Italy, they had it. I like all the flowers on the side of that building and the one mural. It's like bobbing and weaving. So the massage place is not far up here on the right-hand side. I'm gonna go back in here. As you remember, the bull. I said cow earlier, but it's a bull. So up here somewhere on the right is where I saw the massage place. Lots of property for sale, especially got the right amount of money. So I know it was right after Algarves. It's right up here on the right. And I believe this is it. Senses, traditional Thai massage and beauty. And it is open. So here are the prices. And I'm looking for traditional Thai massage, which is just, for 90 minutes is €85. That's pretty good for me. Let's see how this turns out. Ooh, it smells good in here. Nice. Funny story. So they're all booked up. I knew I should have stopped in there when I was walking by it the first time. But she said when I go up the street, turn left, I should be able to find their other shop, which is 𝐒𝐚𝐬𝐲. And hopefully they have a spot for me. Cross your fingers. Oh, I need it. I so need it. I knew I should have booked that. And if that doesn't work out, if I have to, I could always probably try to book tomorrow. I need this because it feels good on the backs of my legs. See, I'm going up a hill. Exercise. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. And I love to hike. I'm a hiker. Oh, I am on a journey because I always like to take different ways. And I'm going between people's homes, which is kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Greece, walking this way. Kind of reminds me of some places in Italy, too. And you can hear the birds. Check this out. Over here to the right, this big tree. Dominic had pointed it out to me the other day. I hate that those LED lights, they make this vibration when I'm videoing. It's funny that it doesn't do it when I'm actually seeing it in person, but that whole tree is filled with birds. Oh, and here they come. They're like dive off. It's like their happy hour. Check them out. You should see them coming up from over my head. Yeah, even the birds socialize. Alegria, good food, good mood, good food, good food, mood. Apparently, looks like Thai food and more. I was just liking that they have the decor really pretty. So this is up on the side street. I hadn't come up this way. There's a whole bunch of restaurants and stuff in this area. So traditional dishes seasoned with soul. I love that. Yep. Finding your way around. Ooh, pretty. Remember what we said? Telephone box is all decorated. Yeah. Oh, real estate. Real estate. Mm-hmm. $165 if you want a condo. It only has one room. And here it is, the other Thai massage place. Crossing your fingers. It's gotta work out. Everything always works out. Unfortunately, that did not work out. But maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Maybe I will come back and book a massage. I'll go to the other place. Because as far as I know, I don't have anything planned, and he has to work again. So maybe that's what it'll end up being my plan, to do some self-care, nurturing. I'm just gonna walk around here and see what looks appealing for dinner. Fig tree, and look at the size of that fig. That's what I'm talking about. That's like the size of my hand.
I love figs.
So there are certain figs that grow different times of the year, and that's the only one I see on there. All right, I think we're gonna try some tapas because it's traditional Portuguese, and they do have a lot of gluten-free items, and I'm excited for that. So, wine bar, and here we go. Didn't even consider that it's Saturday night, and that it could possibly be that I can't even get in there because it's fully booked. So I need to find a space at some point soon because my phone's about to die. Find myself at an Italian restaurant, go figure, 𝐒𝐴ZA. You know, sometimes creature habit. Well, I just had a salad and got my phone back. This is a tartufo, which is 3 types of chocolate ice cream inside. Chocolate. Enjoy. Like I said, it's me and my shadow. And I am going back down into the town, in the center, because I made my way all the way up to Casa Medici for Italian. So I just received a message from Ashley, who is the friend of Dominic, who most likely will probably give me a ride back because I don't know how to explain to the taxi drivers. But I am supposed to check on the price of a taxi out of curiosity. So I am walking past all these beautiful places. 𝐔𝐿𝐻 was where I wanted to eat because I heard the tapas there was phenomenal and it looked really good, but unfortunately you needed a reservation. So, yeah, it's a little chilly now because when you're by the sea, it cools off significantly in the evening. The garden, which I was looking at, and look at this tree. Oh my gosh, I just noticed this. Right over my head. It looks like grapefruit. That looks kind of moldy, like maybe a fungus among us. They have live music in here. Of course, we have another fig tree right here. I'm seeing some figgies up there. Yeah, music sounds good. It's always nice to have live music. All for the scene. Saturday night. Oh, and we have Corkall. Cork. Feeling quirky or quirky? Well, that was really cool. So I just went into the Corkall place and I met a woman named Susie from the UK, and she had retired here, not retired, but she moved here 32 years ago, and she's just turned 69. And she said that as of tomorrow, she officially retires. I thought that was really cool. And there's a lot more people aware than you realize. She's like very, very intelligent, very, very smart, very sweet lady. Yeah, that was a cool conversation. So Ashley just informed me that he thinks he's had too much to drink and he wouldn't be able to give me a ride back to Dominic's, which is unfortunate. So Susie told me that the taxis are pretty reasonable, that I could probably get a taxi around, hopefully within 5 to 10 euro back to Dominic's. Now I have to figure out what the address is. Not that I'm unable to do this, it's just awkward. Yeah. So I stopped eating Chinese food a long time ago. My mother, I remember when I was in high school, we had a Chinese restaurant that came up to Holton, Maine, where I was growing up for part of my life. And my mother used to always ask for food without the MSG, monosodium glutamate. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's a preservative. If you never heard of it, that is what they use in most Chinese, sometimes Thai, and even Indian foods. And American foods too. It's a gluten, it's a wheat derivative, which most people don't realize. So if you are allergic to gluten, you would want to avoid, like the plague, MSG. It is also an excitotoxin, so it totally freaks your brain out. And a lot of people have reactions to that because, you know, what an excitotoxin does to you. It also affects moods and behaviors, especially in young kids. Most people don't even realize that one. So if you have children that act out and you're giving them a bunch of junk food, yeah, not so good. So I just find that interesting, and I can't remember the last time I had Chinese food, but I can assure you, to me it's disgusting. It's not even palpable or something I would consider. Yeah. Just something I was reflecting on as I saw that Chinese restaurant back there. Well, I'm back, and I figured out how to get back. Essentially, I asked the taxi drivers, and they were charging anywhere from 35 to 40 euro, which was astronomical because I was told by one person that it should be no more than 20 euro. And then I had met this woman, Susie, earlier, and she was retiring. She had lived here for, I think she said 36 years. She came from the UK, and she retires tomorrow. So I ran back. I thought, you know what, if anybody could help me, it would be her. She asked someone next door, and that person said, first she asked me if I had Uber, and I downloaded it, and that Uber was going to run me just under 30 euro. And then the person next door that she asked said, do you have the app Bolt? Because it's something like 15% cheaper. When I downloaded Bolt, it cost me, in the end, 19 euro. So that's a huge difference in price. So it pays to shop around, just saying. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't exactly excited and thrilled about the way the evening unfolded because the person who was supposed to give me a ride ended up drinking too much beer and wasn't able to drive me. And I'm just not a drinker, so that just, to me, doesn't calculate, doesn't resonate. But anyway, it is what it is, and we adapt and we overcome. And as a woman, I need to feel safe and secure. And this is something in the world that I'm feeling like, where is the masculine to protect and make the woman feel safe? We need more of that in the world. Because what they're trying to do in this world right now is emasculate and make it so that everybody is fending for themselves. And we need to go back to traditional roles. Call me old-fashioned. Call me old-fashioned. But I know as a woman, I don't want to pick up the role of a masculine. I don't want to be the person always doing stuff. I want to be held. I want to be contained and supported, and I want to feel safe. I want to feel like I can trust. And it's about consistency. It's about follow through. It's also about communication and doing what you say you're going to do. So that's where I'm at. But that's what I'm constantly being reminded about, these little nuances. And when I go through these experiences,
I've already been the do it all myself type. And I'm really just like, I've softened. Again, my heart is so tender. I want to be taken care of for a change. And equally, as a woman, I give as good as I get. And if I don't get good, I don't give good. It's that simple. I'm going to wash my face, brush my teeth, and prepare myself to relax because my neck is killing me. I have semi-migraine at the moment because this really kind of like, it irked me. It really I was at my breaking point. And I've been pretty good about adaptability, overcoming, and being very resilient. Very grateful for my Bolt driver, Luis. And funny enough, we both, for the first time, because he said it was first time for him too, first we had an armadillo cross our path. And then, as we were arriving down the driveway, we got to see a wild boar. And it was a big boar, wild boar cross in front of us. And it was literally like if we were going a little bit further faster, if we'd been sooner here, which we passed the turn, we probably would have been hit by the boar. And boars are supposed to be pretty aggressive. So, and where there's one, there's usually a pack. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So enough for today. I've got Sunday and Monday, and I'm going to try to make the best of it, okay? Lots of love from my heart to yours, my tender heart. That's just sharing with you. This is where I'm at. And this is who I am.